I'm Lexi, and we're here to tell you all about the Muslim world. Welcome to Political News on MNN with Heather and Lexi. According to the biographies of Muhammad, around the year 610, Muhammad received a message in the cave from Allah via the angel Gabriel that he was to be the final prophet of Allah. Since then, the Islamic faith was born. Muhammad gained many followers before he died in 635. After his death, the spread of Islam flourished. However, there was a split in the political views. The Muslims needed a leader. Thus, the two branches, the Shia and the Sunni, were born.
What was the difference between the Shia and the Sunni?
We see the Sunni were people who knew the religion and they wanted talented, smart, religious people to lead. And the Shiite, they wanted blood relatives of Muhammad. They were very by the book and literal. The state structure of the Islamic world was a theocracy, which means the religion ruled their political views. They were in war with the Byzantines, fought the Sassanids constantly. However, other than defending their faith, the Muslims were primarily peaceful people. Their courts and laws were based on the Sharia. The Sharia is the body of the Islamic law. The term means way or path. It is the legal framework within the public and some private aspects of life are regulated for those living in a legal system. The Sharia deals with all aspects of day-to-day life, including politics, economics, banking, business, law, sexuality, and social issues. This is not a strictly codified uniform set of laws it is more like a system of several laws based on the Quran and the Hadith. MNN. We're here in a Muslim marketplace learning about trade and economics of the Muslim people. So between the 8th and 12th centuries, the Muslim world developed many advanced concepts, techniques, and used in production, investment, and finance. Economic development, taxation, property use such as hawala, which was an early informal value transfer system, which is what the Muslims used. It was based on performance and honor of a huge network of money brokers. At first, trade tended to follow the religious rules by trying to keep everything fair, but that became very difficult. Trade became more about seeking profits rather than being fair. It was mostly all about commerce. Commerce is the increasing capital by buying goods and attempting to sell them at a price higher than their cost. This was done by waiting for a rise in market price or going to a place where that item is needed more. Therefore, it would be sold at a higher price. As you can see behind me, these two Muslim ladies are trading the religious book of the Muslims and the Quran and some lentils.
And we're here to talk to a Muslim woman about the society and her daily life in the social world. First question is, what is your family life like?
Well, I take care of my house and children. My oldest son goes to the madrasa, and I have two younger sons and a younger daughter who helps me with the crafts.
Interesting. Sounds like a nice family.
It is. I love them.
What is your gender relations like?
Well, my husband has authority of me, but I have a job. I'm an artisan, and I trade and sell crafts that are handmade.
So take me through a day in your life.
Well, every morning we wake up and I teach my younger kids, except my older son, how to read and about the Quran. And after that, me and my daughter go and sell and trade and pray 5 times a day. And towards the end of the day, I clean the house and I make dinner for the family.
Very nice. Well, it was very nice talking to you.
You too, Heather.
And we're here in the mosque talking to a Muslim man about his religion. So to begin with, what are some of the beliefs that you people have?
We believe in praying 5 times a day. We believe in angels, afterlife, heaven, with Allah. We believe in the concept of prophets.
Who is your prophet?
Muhammad. Muhammad is the final prophet of Allah.
Interesting. So what are some holy cities that you guys have?
Mecca, Medina, and Jerusalem. Mecca is the place where all Muslims must go on a pilgrimage to at least once in their lifetime because it is our holy city where the...
So what are some of your guys' holy books?
We have the Quran.
Is that what that is?
Yes. And the Hadith. The Quran is the sayings of Allah. It is true and righteous, and it is what we are supposed to live by. We have all of our rules, and it tells you how to live your life and how our religion should be practiced. And then we have the Hadith, which is all the sayings of Muhammad.
So, what are the 5 pillars of Islam?
Belief. We have belief of one God, and Muhammad is the prophet. Prayer 5 times a day, facing Mecca. Charity. We need to give all that we have, all that we have to the poor, those who don't have any. The fasting during Ramadan is very important in the pilgrimage to the Hajj.
Very interesting. Thank you for your time, sir. Look at this. A Muslim woman praying on the hard, cold ground. Don't you wish you could pray comfortably? Don't your knees hurt? If only there was something that could help you. Well, now there is. And it's a prayer mat. The prayer mat is comfortable, and it comes in 2 stylish colors. There's also a Mecca indicator on it to tell you where to pray on the daily. It's very light and very, very transportable, so you can take it wherever you need, and you can pray at any time of the day. She loves it!
Now for the intellectual and arts news. To begin with, we will talk about the education and philosophy of the Islamic world. The philosophy was mostly based off their religion, considering the Quran and Hadith told them how to go about their lives and could help them with most problems they had. Intellectually, they were very interested in learning about math, science, and the work of the early Greeks, and often based their theories off their works. Because of the interest in education, somewhat of a scholar class was born, thus the madrasa, which is where the scholars would go to study. The artistic works of the Muslims were reflected in their calligraphy and architecture. Islamic architecture encompasses a wide range of both secular and religious styles from the foundation of Islam, as Islamic architecture owes its origins to structures existing in Roman, Byzantine, and the Persian empires, which Muslims conquered in the 7th and 8th centuries. It was also influenced by Chinese and Indian architecture, as Islam spread to the southeast. The principal Islamic architecture types are the mosque, the tomb, the palace, and the fort. Also, Islamic calligraphy, or also known as Arabic calligraphy, is the artistic practice of handwriting based upon the Arabic language and alphabet. The development of Islamic calligraphy is strongly tied to the Quran. Chapters and excerpts from the Quran is a common and almost universal text of which Islamic calligraphy is based upon. Deep religious association with the Quran, as well as suspicion of figurative art such as idolatrous, led calligraphy become one of the major forms of artistic expression in the Islamic art. Geographically, the Islamic world began around the Arabian Peninsula, which is in Southeast Asia. The peninsula has the Red Sea to the west and the Persian Gulf to the east. Because of its location, it is in Southeast Asia. It also has the Alps to the east. The Islamic world began in the 2 cities of Mecca and Medina, and then later Jerusalem. These are also the 3 holiest cities of the faith.
Thank you for watching MNN News. See you next week.